Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey Adam G, kamusta na kayo? How are you all doing? Me, if you're going to ask me, I am super happy pagod doing all these pageant coverages left and right to the point that I am no longer able to do commentary videos. But I feel you are all more enjoying my pageant coverages as I could give you a glimpse or some sort of an access pass to our queens, to your heart's delight exclusively, diba? And I am glad that you can somehow formulate or shape out your thoughts and opinion about our girls currently competing in the international stage through the content that I have been serving from time to time just by looking at your comments down on my comment section every now and then. So once again, maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik nyo sa munting channel ko. Thank you for clicking all my content, and if some of you have not subscribed yet, I hope you do finally consider hitting that notification bell and subscribe button for more of pageant news, updates, and more of my feel-good content here. At ito na nga guys, as I make this vlog right now, Bea has just left for Miss Universe. Grabe guys, I was stunned by what we saw earlier at the airport. Ang lakas maka-crazy rich Asian vibe lang naman ng look niya in this Frances Libiran ensemble. You know, Bea Luigi Gomez really embraced her inner disco girl as she departed for Israel. She was seen wearing a silver draped scarf blouse with matching cigarette trousers at NAIA Terminal a few minutes ago, as she kept everything understated with a low pony and nude pumps. Ang ganda ang ganda ng shoes din niya, napansin nyo. And even her hair and makeup is so on point. Talagang dalang-dala niya talaga from head to toe. And the whole look just really screams so alta for me, na classy and expensive. I know some of her photos do not give her justice, but trust me when I say that Bea really looks way more beautiful in person. Ang lakas talaga ng dating ni Bea in person, as I have seen her numerous times already since her crowning moment. So yes, you can quote me on this. Talagang may laban tayo again in Miss Universe this year. And since I now have more time to do commentary videos, let's finally talk about my early favorites for Miss Universe 70th edition. And sa totoo lang guys, I have purposely delayed doing this video as I keep debating within myself whether I should do this one now or still wait it out for Miss USA to crown its winner on November 30, just to be more accurate how the newly crowned Miss USA will stand side by side with my early Miss Universe favorites. But since I realized that she will be crowned around the time majority of the girls have already arrived in Israel, I might as well come out with this pre-arrival leaderboard now and probably just give my take about Miss USA in my succeeding videos. So here we go! So for this video, I will just mention my top 11 favorites for the crown, but you can see the rest of my picks on my pre-arrival leaderboard that I have just uploaded on my social media accounts. At number 11 is South Africa's Laela Mswane. You know what? For me, Miss South Africa Laela Mswane is really ready to bounce back with her candidacy in Miss Universe soon. For me talaga, this Ebony Enchantress has been impressing us with her strong overall look as a model and speaker given her law background. I know that there is so much controversy surrounding her candidacy right now, but I hope she could still make it on time. But just basing it on her strong communication skills and great performance during nationals, well, I believe that this woman is too hard to be ignored and is so poised to bring back her country to the semifinals again. And number 10 is Chile's Antonia Cristal. Am I the only one here who thinks Chile's Antonia Cristal has a good shot of winning Miss Universe as early as now? I know she has been going under the radar among many pageant fans, but I think we could really be in for a pleasant surprise once she finally sets foot in Israel. I am just hooked and captivated by this pageant veteran since her crowning moment. She is just so beautiful and multi-talented. She plays the violin, does taekwondo. She's also a previous MasterChef finalist. on top of her other credentials. And as a pageant veteran who has competed both in Miss World and Miss Earth before, she has shown so much improvement in terms of her styling and body transformation. You know, I have been watching her public appearances and online interviews, and I noticed that she is always styled clean and well put together. In terms of communication skills, you can see that she can string her thoughts very well in English, given how it is not her first language. If she could deliver her answers with more power and conviction, then she could really be it. At number 9 is Thailand's Anjali Scott Chemis. Thailand. You know what? There is no doubt that Thailand wants to win its third Miss Universe crown this edition, and this is the reason why it crowned Anjali, who just looks so commercial and ready to dominate the competition with her speaking prowess. For me, hers is a type of beauty talaga which you could easily warm up to. Now, for me, she is the epitome of a modern Thai woman, stunning but also self-aware, cognizant of the world around her, and is very engaging in a constant conversation with her thousands of fans, especially when she talks about her body positivity advocacy. However, eto na guys, however, as someone who advocates for body positivity, I feel her actions speak the other way around. Instead, I noticed lang to, this is just my opinion, instead of highlighting her best body features similar to how her fellow body positivity advocates like Demi Lovato or Ashley Graham, who are both embracing their curves, instead, I see Anjali wrapping them, her, like her arms are always covered in outfits in Israel lately. You know what I mean? But it's just my opinion. Moreover, the last time we checked, her runway skill still leaves to be desired. And I hope there is already an improvement to this aspect this time around. But knowing how Miss Universe Thailand is capable of transforming its queens for the past few years, then I expect her to do well in these areas where she really needs more improvement. And now we go to our 8th spot, and I'm giving it to Philippines' Bea Luigi Gomez. You know what? Since her crowning moment, Bea has been silent and flying under the radar with her preparations for the upcoming Miss Universe pageant. And it's polarizing pageant fans right now. Her silence on social media is really deafening, especially if you will also compare how her predecessors had engaged as fans when it comes to their posts online. With Bea kasi, I feel it's totally the opposite, and her fans are still getting used to this kind of strategy that she is unleashing if ever there's one. And yet, when you see Bea up close, she hardly remains affected by the noise on social media as she focuses on things that matter to her the most. Her core, training with her mentors while finishing her remaining activities before flying to Israel. And I must say, it's really working as more fans are really intrigued by her silence and mystery. Ito na lang talaga yung masasabi ko kay Bea. She is really a woman of her own with that quiet confidence and inner strength to forge on the battle ahead. I know critics might label her as cold and distant, but for me, it's being calm in this very chaotic preparation leading up to the pageant. And I read this more as a quiet sense of build-up going for Bea that not a lot of people could see and feel. That quiet sense of build-up which I attribute to her nerves of steel, military style focus, and relaxed state of mind. She is definitely unfazed and not easily ruffled, which I really find refreshing. Now, I know you might be wondering why I am only putting her at this spot, and it's because, to be honest, it's hard to put her in my top 5 right now because we haven't seen everything from her yet, as she and her team have been very silent and tight with their plan of attack or strategy. I reckon Bea and her team are not the type to reveal their strategies right away, as they choose to be very observant first for now and will only be ready to detonate their bombs once we are in the middle of the pre-pageant activities already. So right now, I really can't put her on top just yet. So I'd rather put girls who have been giving their best pre-arrival. However, based on her Miss Universe Philippines performance before, she really deserves a top 10 spot here. Fair enough, right? 'Diba? But after seeing her at the airport send-off kanina, kinukutuban talaga ako na maganda dito kay Bea na hindi ko ma-explain. Ayoko lang talaga batiin, guys. So whether you like it or not, ready or not, Bea is really ready to rise. At number 7 is Panama's Brenda Smith Lezema. You know what? Talk about a powerful beauty. This is how I describe Panama's Brenda Smith Lezema since her crowning moment a few weeks ago. I mean, for sure, we can forget how she slayed Mexicana Universal during the time of Andrea Mesa, where she ended up third overall, right? So I am glad that she was able to country hop to Panama, her dad's country of origin, and finally realize her dream of competing in Miss Universe. So in terms of tenacity and determination, you can really feel the fire in her eyes to succeed. So yeah, believe ako dito sa babaeng to. And as a pageant veteran herself, this stunning Afro-Latina woman has got impressive credentials and background. Wow. Did you know that this girl is just academically and globally educated? And what I love her more about this in Miss Universe is that she uses this by opening her platform to talk about real world issues that affects us all. And if there is one minor improvement lang that she has to do here in Miss Universe right now is that I hope she could change her styling to a more fresher and youthful look to even solidify her chances to win her country's second Miss Universe crown. And number 6 on my list is Venezuela's Luiseth Matera. You know what? I am telling you guys, Venezuela is really going to be back with a vengeance in the upcoming Miss Universe with this girl's appointment. You know what? The transformation since her appointment a few months back has left me speechless and makes me feel this stunning Venezuelan will be a strong contender for the upcoming Miss Universe. For me, she is like Irene Eser and Edimar Martinez combined. Kayo ba ganun ba yung napansin nyo? And since her appointment, she has given us a peek of her transformation with her styling evolution, glam shots, and charity work on social media. And I love how she is really taking advantage of it to showcase her candidacy. And sa totoo lang, with having said this, I feel like Miss Venezuela organization has slowly mastered the winning formula of Miss Universe molding Luisette Materan differently from the usual cold, heavily glam pageant patties of Venezuelans in international pageants. Her aura right now, as I speak to you right now, is winning. So I hope she can maintain that freshness all the way to Israel. And now we go to our top 5, and number 5 on my list is Paraguay's Nadia Ferreira. You know what? Ever since this professional model has been appointed Miss Universe Paraguay, the hype about her has never stopped. And we can see why. She is just facially stunning to the point that I can compare her to a mythical goddess. You can never really go wrong with that beauty, and I am absolutely thrilled her national director has been very quick in showcasing her potential as a Miss Universe title holder by making her do a lot of public appearances while doing charity work at the same time. And aminin nyo guys, we are all lapping it up, 'di ba? However, as I follow her more on her journey, I feel she is not the woman to beat we had perceived her to be all along. As I watch her interviews online, I feel her answers are not as impactful as I would have wanted her to come across. This, I feel, could definitely cost her the crown. But I am confident Nadia and her organization could be able to address this aspect of her candidacy very, very soon. And now we go to my 4th spot, and I'm giving it to Brazil's Teresa Santos. You know what? She is another goddess that I could not take my eyes off right now. Grabe. I think I have never been hooked this hard with a gorgeous blonde since Olivia Jordan in 2015. I mean, Teresa is just breathtakingly gorgeous. I mean, I can no longer think of words how to describe how ravishing she is. As a pageant veteran herself, I am glad that she still made it on time. But more than that, her ability to generate me or us with so much excitement with all her photos and videos on her social media accounts is one reason why she is the strongest Brazilian delegate ever sent in Miss Universe in recent memory. But not only that, she also extremely looks charming when she does her interviews online. I am really on this girl's bandwagon, and if this woman continues this kind of trajectory in the upcoming Miss Universe, then it won't be long before she finally gets her country's second Miss Universe crown. And now we go to our top three. And number three on my list is Colombia's Valeria Ayos. You know what? Gosh, two words, guys, for this gorgeous woman. Latina Barbie. My gosh, my gosh. I still could not get over how show-stopping her performance was during her nationals. And as early as now, I am already anticipating she will create so much hype and noise once she sets foot in Israel. I am just incredibly happy for how the stars aligned for her to reach her ultimate dream to compete in Miss Universe. And as we all know, diba, she was supposed to compete last year but COVID got in her way. Now, I feel this temporary setback is turning out to be a blessing in disguise as she is now touted as one of the heavy frontrunners for this edition's crown. Her stage presence talaga is just really undeniable, and you can't help but be mesmerized by her charm every time she speaks. And given how Miss Universe is incorporating its green agenda for this edition this year, all the more it makes me feel her candidacy is just coming in at the right place at the right time. She is really ready to bring back Colombia to the top again. Wow. And number two on my list is India's Harna Sandhu. Does anyone agree with me that India is the strongest woman from Asia in Miss Universe this edition? I mean, this girl is really everything. Since her crowning moment, I have been obsessed about this woman as well. She is just for me, she is just the perfect combination of sweetness and fierceness, and that's something not a lot of girls could achieve in their international competitions. Her beauty talaga, when you look at her, is just very calm and serene. And when it comes to interviews, you can feel her warmth and passion. However, is it just me or what? I feel at times her answers are not as impactful as the other past Indian beauty queens. But other than this little critic, Harnas is really going to maintain her country's winning streak in Miss Universe. And my number one Miss Universe delegate goes to Puerto Rico's Michelle Maricolon. You know what, guys? If Miss Universe were held tonight, I will easily give the crown to this stunning Puerto Rican woman. Not only is she making impact as the first Afro-Latina to win her nationals, but also in terms of her communication skills as well. This girl, I mean, killed the interview I did with her last time that I still can't help but rave right now. Grabe, natandaan nyo yon. Not only is this girl very beautiful and mesmerizing, but she is also very articulate and intelligent in showing her purpose. She really has this way of giving the most impactful answers, even when I was just only asking her the simple questions, the simplest questions, which mostly revolve around her life. So her eloquence and maturity are just beyond amazing, considering that she is one of the youngest contestants in this year's competition. If last time we were so heartbroken that Puerto Rico only made it to top 10, this year, this woman can easily walk into top 5 and might just win the whole competition very, very soon. So there you go, guys. What do you think about my pre-arrival leaderboard for Miss Universe this edition? Does it match yours? Actually, guys, I feel this leaderboard is so bitin as I only talk about 11 girls on this content, considering there are so many other amazing women joining this contest as well. I will just run through them very quick para makita nyo sino pa yung nasa listahan ko. Number 1 is Miss Belgium, who is also beautiful and has an incredible dramatic backstory. Nagka-reunite na sila ng tatay niya just by joining Miss Universe. Miss Curacao as well has a great backstory. I also find Miss Israel very beautiful, but she seems to be quite timid and lacking energy. Miss Great Britain also is also another candidate to watch out for in the person of Miss Emma Collingridge. Then there is Miss Japan, who is very cute and eloquent with her interview so far. And same with Miss Nepal Sujita Basnet, who impressed me with her intelligence in my interview with her last time. So guys, this is certainly getting long. So please check out the rest of the girls who made it on my pre-arrival leaderboard. Alright guys, until my next video. Bye!